Hello friends, my name is Masood. Today we shall discuss about topic the sprint planning. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management, software development and you want to learn about it. So let's start. First of all, I request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, sprint planning is basically an event in the Scrum framework. Now, what is a Scrum framework? A Scrum is basically a framework which we use for project management and software development, and basically it is an approach in which we divide the work into multiple chunks, which is called as iteration, and you can also call it as a sprint as well. A sprint is a normally 2 to 4 weeks time period in which the team deliver the work. Like for example, if you have you are implementing an e-commerce solution and it has 40 tasks, and what you can do, like you divide the work into 4 sprints mean that 10 tasks for each sprint will have like planning, development, testing, deployment. So after completion of the first sprint, so the 10 tasks will be completed. On the next sprint 20, and the next is 30, and then after fourth sprint all the 40 tasks will be completed. So that means we are working on a divide and rule basis. So this is basically the concept of a sprint and a Scrum framework. Friend, Scrum is totally based on Agile methodology. That means like we are getting the feedback from customer at a very early stage, and it is adaptability is there. The team is self-organized. So the purpose of sprint planning is to define work will be accomplished during the upcoming sprint and how that work will be achieved. Okay, so first thing is the preparation. Preparation means, friend, that the product owner is a person who has knowledge about the product. He is a bridge between the customer and stakeholders, business and the Scrum development team. He basically prepare all the features which are required for a product, that is called a product backlog, and he also prioritizes the list of features, user stories and other work items as well. User stories means the features required in a product. So the list represents the requirements and features that needs to be developed as well. Now also product backlog contains the bugs as well. So then the next is the sprint planning meeting, means the participants from the development team are the individual responsible for delivering the product increment means that once the sprint is completed, so the workable software which contains the item from the sprint is called as product increment. So the development team included participated in the sprint planning meeting. The Scrum Master facilitated the meeting, ensure that the Scrum practices are followed. Scrum Master is another very important role in the sprint planning meeting and the Scrum framework. Product owner is also a participant in the sprint planning meeting. That means he provides clarification on the backlog items and priorities. Backlog means the requirements need to be developed and delivered to the customer. Backlog means product backlog basically. Then duration. The basically sprint planning meeting should have to be a 4-hour meeting for a 2-week sprint, and if you think that the sprint is longer, then may have proportionally longer planning meetings will be required. Normally sprint planning meeting is of 4-hour meeting. Then agenda. So first thing is the friend review the previous sprint. That means the sprint which is already completed. So we analyze that what went well, what could be improved, what were the things which were not good. So basically we are reviewing the previous sprint. Previous sprint means that the work which has already been completed previously. Then product backlog refinement means that the product owner and the development team review and update the product backlog, the feature set, and items are clarified, estimates are reviewed, and new items may be added or removed. So that means like with the passage of time, things are moving forward. So the product owner is basically the, you can say, the owner or custodian of the requirements of the customer requirements of the for the product. So basically he discuss with the development team and refine the backlog as well. Then definition of done means the team reviews and reaffirm the definition of done, means that what is the criteria at which the task or the backlog item will be considered as a completed. Okay, that the point or the requirement or the level at which you can say that it is completed. So what is the criteria of that? This is basically the definition of done. Then sprint goal means the product owner communicate the overall goal of the sprint, that for example what we want to achieve from it. For example, sprint goal is that we want to communicate, we want to complete the module of product catalog in the e-commerce solution. For example, we want to complete the payment module in the e-commerce module, for example. So what is the sprint goal? It should have to be clearly defined here and communicated to the development team as well, so that everyone knows that what we are working and what we want to achieve from the completion of the sprint. Capacity planning is also very important, means that the development team discuss that how much work they can take realistically. Obviously, for example, if there are 40 tasks, so team will discuss that okay, we can take 10 tasks, we can complete those tasks. Also it depends that what is the capacity of the team. That means, for example, like for example the development software developers are not available for any particular dates, for example, or the requirements or the technical expertise are not available on particular dates, for example. So considering the availability of resources and past performances, so the capacity planning will be done. Selection of backlog items means that based on the sprint goal and capacity, the team collaboratively select a subset of items from the product backlog, that is called as sprint backlog, to work on during the sprint. These items are moved on to the sprint backlog. This is called as a sprint backlog, which is a subset of the product backlog. Task breakdown means that the sprint backlog we will review and then we divide the item or requirement into task. That what is the task? For example, we have to prepare a machine for a test environment. For example, we have to deploy the release on the test environment. We have to make a database. We have to make 3 users on the system, etc., etc. So that means we have to do the task breakdown as well. Outcome. The outcome of the sprint planning meeting is basically the sprint backlog, which is basically a subset of the product backlog, and it is also the associated task as well. And the team has shared understanding of the sprint goal and the work to be done, and the development team commits to completing the selected backlog items by the end of the sprint. Then post meeting, in the development team starts working on the task with daily Scrum meetings for coordination and updates. The Scrum Master facilitates the removal of any impediments, bottlenecks, showstopper that may arise during the sprint. The product owner is available for clarifications and to provide additional details as needed. So friend, thank you. Thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with the friends and colleagues, and thanks a lot for watching.